Brought to you by the new BTC. Fiber is here. Faster, stronger, more reliable. Together, we are unstoppable. Switch today.
Coming up in the Bahamas tonight, gloves off as the government reviews a U.S. court's ruling in favor of Baha Mar's original developer. A critical move that may very well end in another legal clash. Also, curfew violations to be wiped clean by 2025 as the body granting expunges ramps up its work. And disconnected customers of Bahamas Power and Light to pay as low as 10% to have a merry and bright Christmas. The Bahamas Tonight, the National Report, starts now. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the broadcast. Sarkis Ismailian's latest legal victory, leaving the Bahamas government on the offensive, and so much so that Ismailian, Baha Mar's original developer, may have won in a U.S. court, but another fight could be brewing. Some of the backstory for you. New York Supreme Court Justice Andrew Borak on Friday ruled in favor of Ismailian, who sought legal recourse on the grounds that China Construction America, or CCA, Bahamas primary contractor, had committed massive fraud. Now, in the end, the court determined that CCA had provided phony completion dates, citing that the contractor knowingly and falsely promised it would meet a revised completion date of March 27th, 2015. And that was not the only instance of fraud. It was also found that CCA ordered or condoned the slowing or stopping of the Cable Beach project's construction to further its commercial interest. Furthermore, that the company curry favored with the then Bahamian government, unbeknown to Ismailian. Now, while a successful mega resort today, Baha Mar's then financial crisis multiplied to the point of Ismailian ultimately filing for Chapter 11 in a Delaware court. Devontae Hanna takes it from here.
Fast forward to Friday, and for Ismailian, he walked away with $1.6 billion with interest. Having first conceived Baha Mar more than 20 years ago, Ismailian has announced plans to proceed with the enforcement of the judgment in an equally thoughtful and prudent manner. Meantime, in a statement last evening, the opposition Free National Movement expressed deep concern over the U.S. Supreme Court's findings, referencing what it called troubling allegations about the direct involvement and active support of officials in the then PLP administration. The FNM was referring to Section 143 of court judgment, revealing that CCA paid over $2 million for undefined purposes to a company owned by the son of a senior government official who was deeply involved in the government's engagement on the Baha Mar project. The opposition reasons that this presents a compelling case for the payments made by foreign contractors to Bahamian officials to influence government policy and decisions. Springing to the government's defense, though, Foreign Affairs Minister the Honorable Fred Mitchell advised Bahamians to approach the ruling with caution and skepticism, reasoning out that judgments in the U.S. courts have been known to have a history of being overturned on appeal. He added that one must also be careful on accepting comments and conclusions in a judgment that has nothing to do with the central issues in the case. Mitchell further noting that the facts as we know it are that the failed developers defaulted twice on their obligations to pay their bills. The minister concluded with the sentiment that the Baha Mar project is a success. Prime Minister the Honorable Philip Davis indicated via a brief press release that he has directed the Attorney General and Minister of Legal Affairs Senator the Honorable Ryan Pinder to review the recent ruling, adding that the government will await the advice before making any further comments or decisions regarding the findings of the ruling. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Devontae Hanna.
Well, thanks, Devontae. In other news tonight, officials making good on a promise to shift into the next phase of its multi-pronged crime strategy. As announced on Friday, authorities this morning headed into the Angliston constituency, where they got started on the clearing phase, ridding that community of overgrown lots, abandoned structures, and gangs. Overseeing the process, officer in charge of the Angliston Urban Renewal, Assistant Superintendent of Police, Mikhail Pinder.
This particular area, earlier this year, a male was killed, murdered in this area. And so if you look right over there, that is the area where most persons, when they're coming into Montel Heights off of the highway, they would usually use this particular area to get into Montel Heights, commit the crimes, and then leave.
Now, according to ASP Pinder, area residents are ecstatic and relieved about the initiative, which within just 3 weeks will result in the Montel Heights, Ridgeland, and Engliston areas being completely cleared.
If you look in the back of me, you would see that we have persons who are clearing down the property which was once hazardous for persons living in this community as they pass through. We would have had persons who were apprehended. It was dark in the nights, and so now this gives them a sense of comfort within this community.
A Fox Hill woman's making some serious claims against a man she reportedly knows. According to police, the alleged victim, a 44-year-old, was at her on Bristol Street home around 2 a.m. Sunday when she was awoken and sexually assaulted. Officers are said to be following significant leads into the matter. Well, the fate of 3 police officers, meantime, hangs in the balance after a court appearance stemming from serious charges. The trio, Aaron Cash, Jimmy Thurston, and Alvin Glinton, along with bus driver Jeff Joseph, stand accused of raping an 18-year-old earlier this month. Co-accused Cornelius Rigby allegedly abetted the crime. The men, with the exception of Rigby, were not required to enter a plea. Furthermore, bail was denied. The matter picks up on February 27th, 2025, for service of a voluntary bill of indictment. Well, since 2019, the Rehabilitation of Offenders Committee has been reviewing expungements for hundreds of Bahamians who, for one reason or another, found themselves running afoul of the law. These individuals have been penalized for a wide range of offenses, but this exercise looks to give them a clean record and a fresh start. Corval Pyfram reports.
Since 2022, nearly 160 people have had their criminal records expunged. The number of applicants received near 200. Chairman of the Rehabilitation of Offenders Committee, Ronald Campbell, says expungements are available to first-time offenders who have had their time spent, meaning that individuals either served their punishment, whether through incarceration or fines, and are now eligible to have their records wiped clean.
2 years after you would have spent your time, you have 2 years, you have no reoccurrence, no other offense, no involvement with the law, the police, you can apply to the committee and you can have the matter, and we can look into the matter, and you can have your record expunged.
The 12-member committee considers all matters except for more serious offenses like rape, incest, murder, armed robbery, and treason. Drug offenses carry the bulk of the applications it reviews, and now that's expected to increase even more since there's no longer a limit on the quantity of drugs associated with each applicant. However, Campbell advises these expungements have no guaranteed jurisdiction beyond Bahamian borders.
We cannot control what happens on the international scene. And so whenever persons go and apply for visas, we tell them, 1, be truthful. Let them know what the case, your case, is all about. Because most likely, they know.
During the pandemic, many persons were charged and penalized for violating curfew. By next year, all those curfew-related matters, Campbell assures, will be cleared.
This is a crying board. And when I say that, I mean that persons who come here, they come with tears in their eyes, cannot get a job. They want their life back online. They would have paid society, and now they want to straighten up and fly right.
And Mr. Campbell tells us that the Rehabilitation of Offenders Committee has its work cut out for them, and there is a lot of that work to be done. So far for this year, the committee has received more than 100 applications, 50 of those applicants already having their records expunged. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Corval Pyfram.
You're watching the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. There's more news in a moment.
That are undeniably Bahamian. A good conch salad, junkanoo, the way we worship, the way we take care of one another, all undeniably Bahamian. And right in the midst of our iconic things, places, and people is Commonwealth Bank. Increasing access, sponsoring dreams, working alongside Bahamians to increase the quality of their lives for more than 60 years. Commonwealth Bank, nothing more than being Bahamian. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
KFC is giving you more to love with our KFC Bucket Meal with large size. Get the KFC Family Bucket featuring 8 pieces of juicy chicken, family fries, and 4 biscuits that feeds 4. A KFC Deluxe Bucket with 10 pieces of delicious chicken, 2 larger sides, and 4 biscuits that feeds 4 to 6. Or a KFC Party Bucket with 15 pieces of our chicken, 3 larger sides, and 6 biscuits that feeds 6. And we'll handle the dishes, plates, and utensils included, so you can lick your fingers and reach. KFC knows value, and it's finger licking good.
With BGC's crystal clear mobile service, stay connected seamlessly, whether on land or at sea. Our reliable postpaid plans keep your loved ones closer, no matter where life takes you.
Rejuvenate, refresh, treat yourself. Immerse yourself in total comfort. Pamper yourself. After all, you're worth it. Relax. Rid yourself of all life stresses. At Baha Retreat Anti-Aging Spa, you will find everything you need to enhance your body and spirit. Call today at 323-6711 and begin your journey to serenity at Baha Retreat Anti-Aging Spa.
Is brought to you by Bahamas Striping Group of Companies.
Well, you're looking at a shot of the rear end of Paradise Island. Welcome back. Oscar, now a tropical storm, but the real question is, does it still pose a threat to the Bahamas? More specifically, those residents in the south. And for that, we turn to Chief Meteorologist Basil Dean. Basil, what can you tell us?
Oh, thank you, Makisha. First and foremost, Oscar has weakened, as you said, to a tropical storm, and it's barely hanging on to tropical storm status with maximum sustained winds of 40 miles per hour. If you look closely at our satellite picture, the showers and thunderstorms associated with Oscar is very ragged, and it's as a result of some sharing that is pushing everything towards the south and east, and that's because of the interaction of the landmass with Cuba. However, we anticipate that it will emerge over the waters just to the north of Cuba later on tonight, taking aim, yes, for the central and southeastern Bahamas. So it does pose a threat for the central and southeastern Bahamas. The Bahamas government has issued a tropical storm warning for both the central and the southeastern islands, meaning that Oscar will pass through us on Tuesday as a tropical storm. How much winds we're going to get on it is still yet to be seen, but what we do know is that rainfall will be the most significant feature of this system. We're looking at anywhere between 3 and 5 inches of rainfall, meaning flooding could be an issue in some of those low-lying areas in the central and southeastern parts of our country. However, by Wednesday, Oscar is going to accelerate towards the north and east due to a frontal boundary that will put it over the open waters of the Atlantic on Wednesday, and that is when the all clear should be given for these islands. So it will be a short-lived experience. Only about 24 hours from now, we should be out of the clear.
Well, thanks, Basil. You can expect to hear more from Basil Dean in Access Now. Well, ahead of Oscar's impact on the Bahamas, officials of the Disaster Reconstruction Management Authorities activated its teams. Our Desmond Saunders is standing by at a press conference updating residents. Desmond?
Oscar has weakened into a tropical storm. Residents in the southeast Bahamas and portions of the central Bahamas are being advised to remain vigilant and complete storm preparations as this system is expected to hit the Bahamas Tuesday.
This includes identifying your nearest shelter, stocking up on appropriate supplies like water and non-perishable food items, and securing properties and personal effects. Don't go it alone. Check in on your friends, extended families, and neighbors. Let's come together and be strong as we usually are when confronted with these circumstances.
Now, Tropical Storm Oscar is expected to move over Cuba later this evening before it impacts the southeast Bahamas Tuesday. The storm expected to unleash torrential rain and flooding.
We are continuing to actively meet with the Family Island administrators to ensure that they are fully prepared, and they have confirmed that they have taken every practical step possible to weather the storm. We will continue to inform the public as the situation evolves, and we stand ready to act wherever needed. Supplementary items, including water, personal hygiene products, dry goods, and perishable food items, have been loaded up by the teams from the DRM Authority and the Royal Bahamas Defense Force for shipment to the storm-impacted residents.
Leon Lundy, who has responsibility for the Disaster Risk Management Authority, says that teams have been activated and they stand ready to assist in times of crises. Now, he's also saying that these storms have a possibility of re-strengthening. He's advising residents to remain alert. Here at the Disaster Risk Management Authority, Glaston Road, Desmond Saunders for Bahamas Tonight.
Well, certainly some good advice there, Desmond. Meantime, power and cell service restored in Inagua tonight. However, as Island Administrator Herman Gilbert reports, 30 people were housed in the designated Hurricane Center at St. Philip's Anglican Church up until late this afternoon, as the all clear has not been given. Now, as for infrastructural damage to public facilities there,
the runway is cleared. There's about 75% fence that is down. There has been roof damage. Water is leaking on the inside. The generator was down. We were able to get that up and running. So there is power to the airport at this time. The clinic, there is still roof compromise, but there is a team. The Royal Bahamas Defense Force has disseminated a team to the clinic to address that problem, bring a temporary top to cover to stop the leakage. Still, the clinic has no power and no water at this time. The police station, no power, no water, roof is compromised.
Tropical Storm Oscar also being felt in Mayaguana. Here's Administrator Kathy McQueen.
We are experiencing some heavy downpour of rain, which resulted in some flooding in flood area zone. Everyone is still in hurricane mood, and all buildings are secure.
We can also tell you tonight that adverse weather conditions have prompted the Ministry of Education to close all schools on the islands of Acklins, Crooked Island, Long Island, Rum Cay, San Salvador, Ragged Island, Mayaguana, and Inagua as of tomorrow. The public's further advised to stay tuned to the ministry's social media platforms and mainstream media for further updates. On a lighter note, tonight, a bright future ahead for a special group of Bahamas Power and Light consumers. The company's offering the gift of electricity for those who've been disconnected, and just in time for the holidays. For the details, we turn now to our Devontae Hanna.
For approximately 2,050 disconnected Bahamas Power and Light customers, the company, along with the Ministry of Energy, is providing relief with a merry and bright initiative.
Between the 1st of November 2024 and the 31st January 2025, disconnected residential customers can pay as little as 10% of their outstanding balances to have their electricity turned on and reconnected.
This brand new program comes as the national power provider is on a track to clean up its power generation efforts with the hopes of giving residents electricity in their homes, which, according to BPL CEO Tony Seymour, is a basic human right.
A customer service representative will meet each customer to review their outstanding balance and current situation, offering the most favorable repayment options available. We anticipate that most customers will be able to pay off their balances within 6 months. This means they can be in good standing with BPL before the peak summer period of 2025, clearing their previous debts.
Today, if a bill exceeds $500, residents are required to pay 50% of their outstanding fees for reconnection and are required to clear the remaining balance in 3 months. Seymour says nothing will change except the 10% down and a near immediate reconnection.
Once the 10% down payment is made and repayment terms are settled, we expect to reconnect electricity for these customers on the same day or the following day. There may be exceptions, however, for those whose services have been disconnected for more than 6 months, as these cases will require a meter inspection to ensure safety.
The BPL CEO revealed more than half of the disconnected customers live in New Providence. Eleuthera has about 200 disconnected accounts, and for Abaco, the number sits below 150. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Devontae Hanna.
Stay with us on The Beat after the break.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Focall Smart Pass, the smart way to pay at the pump.
From paradise to paradise, Bahamas Air invites you to embark on a seamless island journey from the sun-kissed coast of Nassau, the Bahamas, to the rhythmic shores of Montego Bay, Jamaica. Soar high above a turquoise tapestry on the most trusted airline in the Caribbean. Our inaugural flight takes wing on November 17th, 2024. Don't delay. Book your idyllic escape today.
A decade ago, the Bahamas Striping Group of companies was birthed out of a passion to change the way we travel. From only a $5,000 grant, the tenacity and work ethic has propelled BSGC to one of the leading road management companies in the Caribbean. We pride ourselves on going the extra mile where others won't, through the use of our state-of-the-art equipment and our certified team. Although the success is commendable, the road has been long. Yet, the mission continues in striving to be a world-class organization ran by Bahamians for Bahamians. With the help of our experienced and hardworking team, we at the Bahamas Striping Group of companies are committed to making a difference, one road at a time.
People are going crazy for Popeyes around the world. Some have camped out for hours just to try our delicious chicken. This guy stocked up on 300 crunchy, juicy chicken sandwiches, just in case. And these lovebirds celebrated their wedding with the Popeyes cake. For real. We get it, y'all chicken lovers. Because we're just as crazy to marinate our chicken for 12 hours and make every piece by hand. That crazy love, we love.
Love that chicken from Popeyes.
Introducing the Focal Smart Pass app that helps you to fuel up faster. Here's how it works. Download the app on the App Store or get it on Google Play and create your profile with payment details. Visit your nearest Shell station. Open the app, scan the pump's QR code. Select your payment amount and begin fueling. Say goodbye to cash and cards because the Focal Smart Pass offers secure and convenient payment options right at your fingertips. Download Focal Smart Pass now and fuel up faster today.
Talk about a good reason to celebrate. Comet City tipping their hat to the 340 students, among them achieving academic excellence in their external examinations. Our Danielle Dean fills us in.
One of the students recognized, Emma Sweeting, deputy head girl at Queens College High. As Sweeting tells it, a lot went into her accomplishing exceptional BGCSE results, 12 A's and 1 B.
I studied for countless hours. I attended extra access classes. I also attended Saturday classes and classes during my Christmas and Easter breaks.
The school ranked top in BGCSE results this year and distributed over 200 subject prize awards to students.
I am excited. I am absolutely excited about today's ceremony and to know that the students are being recognized for their determination, for their diligence, and for their hard work. So I'm so proud of them. Every single student today who ascends the stage is deserving of this recognition, and we couldn't be more happy.
to celebrate them.
The school's vice principal, Katie Ann Hanson-Wells' son, Caden, graduated QC's deputy head boy last year. He now attends Ivy League New Jersey University, Princeton. Hanson-Wells credits her 20-year experience as the driving force to see each student succeed.
New to the position this school year, I'm excited. I do know that nothing is going to come easy, so I am prepared to work hard.
With hard work, the sky is the limit. And you can do anything you put your mind to.
For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Danielle Dean.
Well, LaDonna Marcellus joins us live to give us a sneak peek of Access Now. Guys?
Well, Kushla, I'm sure you've heard, because I'm sure Marcellus has heard, but I know that Jonquel Jones is now a WNBA champion. Nothing but hoops, right, Marcellus?
Nothing but hoops, absolutely. Jonquel Jones, indeed. We'll give you all the details on that. That's coming up for you later on.
Sounds good. Stay with us. The National Report continues after the break.
Hey, are you looking to save for a big purchase or occasion? Well, let me introduce myself. My name is Bond, the Bahamas Government Savings Bond, and I am guaranteed to earn interest on your money with terms ranging from 1 to 6 years. Government savings bonds are safe, and for as little as $100, you can start to save for your future. My name is Bond, the Bahamas Government Savings Bond, and I'm available to any Bahamian, guaranteed. Go to the Central Bank website and search savings bonds for more details.
Whether you're crossing borders or navigating busy airports, with BTC's reliable data roaming, you're always in touch. In a fast-paced world, staying connected is key. Don't miss important moments. Stay connected effortlessly with BTC, wherever your journey takes you.
Have you been waiting for windows? Then wait no more. Cornets Bahamas have in stock now PVC sliding windows, casement windows, and impact sliding windows with mirror tinted glass, all in different sizes and styles. Call us at 352-1301 or visit any of our 4 locations in Freeport, Nassau, Abaco, and Eleuthera for the great products and great prices. Open 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Saturdays. Cornets Bahamas, dream, design, deliver.
For all of life's twists, turns, and defining moments, RBC is a blend for all of you.
And that does it for the National Report. But